bum, bum, bum. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. Okay. I think. So, okay. Okay. We're back. We're working, right? Yes. Okay. We're working. We're completely online once again. I think I'm not forgetting anything. Okay, no, we're fine now. Let me close every single thing. Let me check this. Well, I cannot really change the Discord bot, so I might as well not even preoccupy about it. Yeah, nothing else to say then. So, now, the real important part. Oh my god, it has been so long since I last streamed. Finally, we are streaming once again, man. This is incredible. This is once again an streaming from the potato. We are all here congregated to read a little bit more of the Mahabharata. Why? Because we can. Why not? And therefore, we shall do that. Some seconds. Let me get everything ready. Meanwhile, 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 I will do my best to assert the whole situation over here. Let me see. Mahabharata, yes. Window capture, yes. Properties, yeah. Here. Okay. There it is. Wait. Okay, there it is a little bit bigger. Okay, there it is. Now we only need to do this. There it is. Wow, we are incredibly fine. Now, I only need to start reading. So, before doing that, let me drink some water. Oh man. Well, we're on the canto 33. We left it on the obviously on the Astica Parva, but more specifically on the part where everybody was kind of dying, where Garuda invaded the oh my god, I don't remember the word, the gods, I don't remember the gods realm, so to speak. And Garuda started to kill every single one to go and fetch the Amrita. Why? Because if he did so, he was going to be free, basically. Now, with this being said, let me. Okay, now we shall really start. Canto 33. Astikaparva continued. Sati said, having assumed a golden body, bright as a sundrop, the Bird King flashed into the chamber of the Amrita like a cataract into a sea. He saw that a wheel, its edges sharp as razors, spun at great speed endlessly around the Amrita. The Devas had created it to cut any hopeful tips into slivers. Garuda made himself smaller still and easily flew through the deadly wheel. Now he saw two huge blazing serpents, forked tongues like streaks of lightning, jaws spewing fire, eyes aflame, restless and hissing like twin storms. Oh, hello, dear. Shows, okay, eyes of flame, restless and hissing like twin storms, their venom deadly, their lidless, unwinking eyes burn with quenchless ferocity. Either of them would have instantly made ashes of any intruder they spied. The bird of fair plumage threw dust into their eyes, and when they could not see, he set upon them, beak and talons flashing from every side. In moments, Vinata's son ripped those nagas into shreds. Immediately, he took the chalice of Amrita from its niche, smashing the uncanny humming contrivance that surrounded it with a blow of his beak, and rose away with the nectar at speed of thought. He emerged with the Amrita, but did not drink it, and tireless as ever he flew homewards, dimming the light of the sun in the sky. On his way, Vinata's son met Vishnu in the firmament. Narayana was gratified that Garuda had not drunk the Amrita. That god who knows no decay said to the sky crosser, I want to grant you a boon. Garuda replied, let me then stay above you. He said again, let me be immortal and free from every sickness without drinking Amrita. Vishnu said to the son of Vinata, so be it. Garuda received the two boons and said to Vishnu, I also grant you a boon, so ask me for something, O owner of the six gunas. Vishnu asked mighty Garuda to become his Vahana, his mount. He made the Pakshiraja sit upon the flagstaff of his Vimana, saying, even so you shall stay above me. And King Bird replied to Narayana, so be it, and flashed away, raising the wind. As Garuda goes along with Amrita, Indra cast his bagger at him, but Garuda only laughed when the thunderbolt fell on him. He said to Indra sweetly, I worship the Rishi Dadichi, from whose bones the bagger is made. I worship the bagger and you too, O Lord of the thousand yagnas. I feel no twinge of pain from your thunderbolt. But now I cast off one feather of mine, and you shall not find its scent. The Pakshiraja gave up one of his feathers, and every creature saw that shining feather and felt incredibly glad. For it was so beautiful and great and radiant. They said, let this bird be called Suparna, he of the fair feathers. Thousand-eyed Indra Purandara watched this magical happening and felt the bird was truly some very great being, and spoke to him. Indra said to Garuda, Pakshishrestra, O best of birds, I want to know the extent of your awesome strength, and I want to have eternal friendship with you. So far nothing else to add. Canto 34, Astiga Parva continued. Sauti continued. Garuda said, Purandara, let there be friendship between us, just as you wish. You know my strength is hard to resist. Indra of a thousand yagnas, the virtues never extol their own prowess, nor do they praise themselves. But since we are now friends, and you ask me, I will tell you about my strength. Though I repeat that never do the good speak of their own merits. O Sakra, I can bear the earth, with all her mountains, forests, oceans, and you yourself standing upon her, on a single feather of mine. I am blessed with such strength that I can bear the three worlds, and all they contain, mobile and unmoving, and never feel tired. O Saunaka, when Garuda said this, Indra, king of the Devas, who wears the crown of the three worlds and always works for their will, said, truly it must be as you say, for anything is possible with you. Accept my deep and heartfelt friendship now, and if you have no need for Temrita, return it to me. For those to whom you are taking it will always be your enemies. Garuda answered, there is a reason why I am taking the Amrita. I shall not give it to anyone to drink. Oh, thousand-eyed! As soon as I set it down, you can make away with it again. Oh, Lord of Swarga! Indra said, greatest Avian, I am satisfied and I thank you. Ask me, O Pakshiraja, for any boon you want. Garuda remembered how the sons of Kadru turned the tail of Uchchaisarabas black, making his mother Vinata slave. He said, I will always do your bidding, O Indra. Let the snakes become my food. The slayer of the Danavas said to him, so be it, and flew to Hari, the Deva, god of gods, Mahatman, and lord of Yognis. Vishnu sanctioned everything Garuda had said. The lustrous king of Swarga said to Garuda, I will bring away the Amrita as soon as you set it down. And with that bid farewell to Suparna. Okay. The only, there is one simple thing. I do not completely understand the reason as to why they say it. I guess in a sense it is because people, well, not people. I myself, I am not completely following why it it could it should be taken as the objective truth, but this, you know, my strength is hard to resist. Indra of a thousand yagnas, the virtues never extol their own power, nor do they praise themselves. But since we are now friends and you ask me, I will tell you about my strength. Though I repeat that never do the good speak of their own merits. Um, I will guess, in a sense, it is because it, it lacks a little bit more of context as to why somebody shouldn't talk about their own merits. But yeah, that is a good, in a sense, takeaway. But at the same time, it isn't that I have almost anything to really comment on. I don't know. Uh, well, hello, Arkia. Hello, welcome. Um, but yeah, I don't know. That is the only interesting part about, at the very least, this page. We will see what else is there to see on the next one. Before that, water. Water. Okay, here. No. Garuda flew like an arrow to his mother and cried in joy to the serpents, his half-brothers. I have brought the Amrita. Let me set it down on some kusa grass. Oh, Nagas, you must wait and perform your worship. Then come back here and sit down to drink it. And from today, as you promised, let my mother no longer be a slave, but free. For I have done what you asked. I have brought the Amrita. The snakes said, So be it, and went to perform their ablutions. Meanwhile, Indra took the chalice of Amrita and flew back to Swarga. The Nagas bathed, performed their Nitya Karma, their daily devotions, and other sacred rites, and hurried back in great excitement to drink the Amrita. They found the bed of Kusa grass on which the chalice had been placed empty. In frenzy, they fell to licking the sharp grass, and their tongues, bisected by the Kusa blades, have been forked ever since. Having been touched by the Amrita, the Kusa grass was sanctified and has been sacred ever after. This is how Garuda fetched the Amrita from the Baloka, and how the serpents had their tongues divided. Then Suparna sported in delight in the surrounding forest, in the company of his mother. Mighty and worshipped by all beings that traverse the sky, he further pleased his mother by feeding on the snakes. The man who listens to this story or recites it to a gathering of pious Brahmanas surely finds heaven for himself, for great is the punya to be gained by recounting the legend of Garuda. Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, incredible. Now, nothing else to say. Next, Canto 35, Astikaparva continued. So Naga said, Son of Sutta, you have told us why Kadru cursed her sons, the serpents, and also why Aruna cursed his mother, Vinata. You have told us told us how Kashyapa, their husband, blessed Kadru and Vinata with boons. You have told us the names of Vinata's son, but you have not told us the names of the sons of Kadru. We are keen to hear the names of the greatest among Kadru's sons. Sati said, Great Munis, to name all the serpents will be a lengthy task, and I will tell you the names only of the main among them. Listen, O you whose wealth is Tapasya. Holy fuck, wait, what? Oh my god. Okay, okay, it isn't that much. It is still a tongue twister, but it isn't that much. Okay, let me drink some water. we're ready. Yeah, we're ready. Firstborn was Sesha. After him, Basuke, Tenken, Airavata, Takshaka, Karkotaka, Dananjaya, Karakeya, Mani Purana, Pinkaraka, Elapatra, Vimana, Nila, Kalmasha, Savala, Ariaka, Ugra, Kalasapotaka, Suramukha, Dadhimukha, Viraman, Pindaka, Apya, Karotaka, Samka, Vilatka, Nithanaka, Gemugaja, Nahusha, Pingala, Vayakarna, Hastipada, Mudgaranepindaka, Kambala, Aswatara, Kaliyaka, Verita, Sampartaka, Padma, Mahapadma, Sanghumaka, Kushmandaka, Kshemaka, Pindaraka, Karavira, Pushpandashtraka, Bilwapandara, Mushikada, Sankhashiras, Purnabhadra, Haridraka, Aparajita, Xiotika, Shiravaja, Kauryabha, Holy fuck, Dhiratarashtra, Sanghapinda, Virajas, Subahu, Salipinda, Prabhakara, Hastipinda, Pitharaka, Sumuksha, Kaunapashana, Kuthara, Kunjara, Kumudaksha, Titri, Jalika, Kardana, Buhumulaka, Karkara, Akakara, Kuntodara, Mahodara, and Mahodara. Wow. Hello, Clonk. El Colonkio. Here we are. Morning, what? It is morning on your place, no? This isn't morning. This is evening for me. Hello, good evening. We are reading the Mahabharata. We just finished with some beautiful names of the main Nagas. This is incredible. We are here. These best of the Bihas are the main Nagas. The sons of these and their sons are beyond counting. They are thousands of millions. Incredible, yeah. Now, Canto 36, Astiga Parva continue. And before that, just in case, I need to be more conscious about things. I hope you have a great stay over here. El colon. I hope you like whatever you hear over here. I don't know if there is anything at all that you could gain from hearing this book, but if it happens, it happens. Now, enjoy the reading before or after I drink some water. Yeah, now. So Naga said, Child, you have named many of the most powerful Nagas. What did they do when they heard about the curse? Sati said, Sesha, first among them, of great renown, left his mother and performed rigorous tapasya. Observing stern Bharatas, he sat in penance upon Karmadana, at Badari, at Gokarna, the forest of Pushkara, and the foothills of Himavat. He dwelt in those sacred places, some holy for their waters and others for their earth. Never swerving from his vows, single-mindedly, his passions under perfect control, he did tapasya. Brahma, Pitamaha of all, saw that ascetic with mated hata, wearing rags, and his body and skin shriveled and parched by his severe austerities. Brahma said to the fortunate hermit of rare fortitude, What are you doing, O Sesha? Think also of the well-being of the creatures of the worlds. Sinless one, you are afflicting every creature with your searing penance. Sesha, tell me what desire impels this tapasya. Sesha replied, All my full brothers are evil-minded, and I do not want to live among them. Grant me this boon, Lord. They are like enemies, always envious of one another, and that is why I am sitting alone in Tapasya. I do not want to even see them. They are cruel to Vinata and her sons. Is Vinata's son, who ranges the sky, not another brother of ours? But they envy him. He is also much stronger than us, through our father Kashyapa's boon to him. Because of my brother's envy and their viciousness, I am sitting here in Tapasia, and I mean to cast off this body so that I never need to be with my evil brothers, even at another stage of our lives. Brahma said, Sesha, I know what your brothers are, and they are in mortal danger from your mother's curse. This I have ordained. Don't grieve for them, but ask me for a boon. I am pleased with you, and I will give you anything. You are set on the path of virtue. You might make your heart journey far down this highway and become ever more established in goodness and tapasya. Okay. Wait. Is there more? Yeah. Seiya said, Divine Pitamaha, Lord of all, this is the one I want, that my heart always delights in goodness and in sacred tapas. Brahma said, Sesha, I am gratified with your self-denial and love for peace, but I have a task for you. O Naga, bear this world, unsteady with her mountains and forests, her seas, cities, and asramas, so that she becomes stable. Sesha said, Lord of all creatures, bestower of boons, Lord of the earth, Lord of the universe, I will do as you say, set Bhumi upon my head. Brahman said, Nagotama, best of snakes, burrow beneath the earth, she will give you a tunnel to pass through. Oh, Sesha, by bearing the earth upon your head and holding her steady, you shall certainly do something that I will greatly value. Hello, Bunkum. We're once again reading the Mahabharata. I hope you have a great stay over here. We are now learning about Sesha, the first Naga who decided to become ascetic. Why? Because he got tired of the curse that was placed on him and his brothers. Therefore, he now is talking with Brahman to attain immortality or something like that. Basically, a boon. Now, continuing. Then the elder brother of Vasuki, king of the snakes, entered a hole in the ground and passed through to the other side of the earth. He supported the goddess Bhumi Devi upon his head with her girdle of seas. Brahma said, Sesha, best of snakes, you are Dharma Deva himself, because you support the earth with all that she bears by yourself. Even the page where we are, that is what 109 of 7035 means. The page where we left it the last time. Basically, right now we are on the 168th page. Brahma said, Sesha, best of snakes, you are Dharma Deva himself, because you support the earth with all that she bears by yourself, even as I might or Indra. The Naga Sesha, the lord of Ananta, of untold might, lives under the earth, supporting her at the word of Brahma, the illustrious grandsire, foremost of immortals, then gave Vinata's son Suparna to Ananta to help him. Yeah, basically that. It isn't that complicated. The only problem was that last time, I think it was the only time I forgot to put it last time that we read. But I try to always remember to do that. Yeah, sometimes I forget, yeah, but I try to do it consistently. Here, Canto 37, Astikaparva continued. Sati continued, Vasuki, best among Nagas, heard his mother's curse and wondered how to escape it. He consulted with his brothers, Airavata and the rest. Vasuki said, Sinless ones, you know about the curse of our mother, and we must try to escape it. There is a remedy for every other curse, but none for one pronounced by one's mother. When I think that this curse was spoken in the presence of the Almighty, infinite and true one, my heart trembles. Ah, surely we're as good as dead. Otherwise, why did the Lord not prevent our mother from cursing us? We must waste no time, but think how we can escape the curse. You are all wise and intelligent. Together we can surely find a remedy. Why, even as the Devas found Agni of old, when the fire god hid himself in a cave, we must find a way to stop Haramehaya from undertaking his Sarpayagna, a way to save our lives. The assembled Punagas, alwise sons of Kadru, then gave their counsel for avoiding death at the snake sacrifice. One group of serpents said, "We will disguise ourselves as lofty Brahmanas and go and tell Hanamehaya, this yarn of yours is sinful and you should not undertake it." Other Nagas said, "We should turn ourselves into his closest counselors. He will certainly ask for our advice, and we shall tell him to avoid the Sarpayagna at all costs, listing the many evils it will bring down upon the world." Another vicious Naga advised, let one of us bite the sacrificial priest, who is to conduct the Sarpayagna. Indeed, let us kill every Brahman alive that knows how to conduct a Sarpayagna and might become the Ritvik at the king's sacrifice. One more virtuous and kindly said, "This is evil counsel, and nothing is as dangerous as killing a Brahmana. When one's life is threatened, one must depend on the ways of virtue to save oneself, for evil ways finally destroy the very world." Fucking god. Incredible line. The only Naga who has virtues among them all, at least on this counseling. Incredible. Another Naga suggested, "We will turn into clouds full of lightning and pouring down rain onto the Yagna fire, extinguish it." Other Snake, the best of their kind, said, "Let us go in stealth by night and steal the vessel with the Somarasa. That will interrupt the sacrifice. Let us unleash millions of our kind around the Yagna to bite men everywhere and spread terror and panic. Let us defile the sanctified offerings of food with excrement and urine. Let us become the king's Ritviks and ask for our Dakshina when the Yagna begins. He will be in our power and give us whatever we ask for. We can ask for that the Yagna be stopped. When the king swims in the river, let us bind him and carry him away to Patala. That way the Yagna will never be performed." Other Nagas who thought themselves sage said, "Let us go and bite Hanamehaya. When he dies, the thread will have been torn up by its root. Oh, you that hear with your eyes, this is our counsel, and let us decide on the best course and act immediately." Uh, I, I I don't know, but what I can tell you is that I feel personally attacked, because who are they referring to when they say, "Oh, you that hear with your eyes"? I feel like this is very meta. I'm sorry. Anyways, now silence fell, and they waited for Basuki to decide. After some moments' thought, Basuki said, "I do not like the counsel of any of you. I do not think any of it will benefit us. I think that only the grace of Kashyapa can save us. Nagas, my heart does not believe that there is another way that will truly bring welfare upon my race and me. I am anxious, for I am the one who must decide what to do, and I must take responsibility for the decision, the praise or blame for it." Well, thinking about it, it is kind of also already established that the Nagas are very devious, so to speak. They are, in a sense, one of the worst kind of species or gods. I don't know who do they classify them, but they are one of the worst basically on the Mahabharata. That's why they are a lot, or what a lot of them are so devious, so to speak. Okay. Anyways, I was thinking, why the fuck did you do a council if you are going to dismiss every single thing that happened, and also if it is kind of a lie because there was a completely good counseling, so to speak. Let me find it. Let me find it. Here, the virtuous and kindly one, the one that said this counsel is evil. Literally, that one is is incredible. Is beautiful, man. This is This, this is evil counsel, and nothing is as dangerous as killing a Brahmana. When one's life is threatened, one must depend on the ways of virtue to save oneself, for evil ways finally destroy the very world. That is beautiful, man. How the fuck do you say that nobody gave you anything at all to work? That that sole line, sole paragraph is better than everything else Tenaga said so far. I don't know. Anyways, it is kind of out of the point. Next thing, Canto 38, Astikaparva continued. Sati said, when the other snakes and Basuki had spoken, Elepatra said, we cannot prevent the Serpayagna. Also, it is not from King Hanamehaya of the Pandavas that this terror issues, so that we can avoid calamity by attacking him. Oh, Basuki, one cursed by fate has recourse only to fate. Nothing else can save him. Fate is the root of our fear and anger. Listen to me. When she uttered her curse, I lay trembling in her mother's lap. O best among Nagas, O splendid Lord Vasuki, called there I heard what the shocked Devas said to Brahma Pitamaha. The Devas said, Pitamaha Devadeva, who put who but the Devish Kadru could give birth to such precious children and then curse them, even in your holy presence? And you, O Brahma, endorse her curse, saying, so be it. Tell us, why did you not prevent her instead? Brahma replied, the Nagas have multiplied. They are cruel, terrible, and venomous. I did not stop Kadru because I wished the welfare of my other creatures, the serpents that are poisonous, and those that otherwise sin, biting men and beasts for no reason other than the pleasure they take from inflicting pain and death, shall indeed be killed. But the serpents that are virtuous and harmless shall not be affected. Listen to how, when the time comes, the good snakes might escape death. In the race of the Yayavaras, a great rishi called Haratkaru shall be born, wise and his passions controlled. Haratkaru shall have a son called Astika. He will stop the Sarpayagna, and all the good snakes will escape death. The Deva said, O knower of truth, on whom will the Mahamuni of great asceticism and virility father his illumined son? Brahma said, that best of Brahmanas shall beget a son of great Tejas on a wife bearing the same name as him. Basuki, king of the Nagas, has a sister called Haratkaro. Astika shall be born to her, and he will save the race of snakes. So far, it is incredible how it goes around itself. Beautiful. Elapatra continued. The Deva said to Brahma, so be it then. And the Pitamaha returned to Brahmaloka, loftiest world. O Vasuki, I see your sister Haratkaru here. I say to you, to save us all, give her to the Rishi Haratkaru as alms to be his wife, for I heard that this shall be the means to our release from this curse, and the sage is abroad seeking a wife who bears his own name. Wait, I just noticed, but isn't it kind of a coincidence, so to speak? Oh, in this case, they are speaking about the idea, and where was it? Here. The serpents that are good will survive. The serpents that are virtuous and harmless shall not be affected. Literally, it is kind of a salvation, you know? It is very weird to see that, so to speak, without any reference or any further reference, just in case, but it is kind of a coincidence. Nothing else to say. It is kind of a coincidence. Now, continuing, Canto 39, Astikaparva continued. Sati said, Divajotama, best of the twice born, the serpents were delighted when they heard what Elapatra said. Well done, they cried, and well said. From that time, Basuki raised his sister Haratkaru with the greatest care and joy. Not long after, the Devas and Asuras journeyed the Shirasagara together, Varuna's domain. Vasuki the mighty became the churning cord. As soon as the churning was over, the Serpent King came before Brahma Pitamaha with the Devas. The Devas said, Lord, Vasuki suffers terribly for fear of his mother's curse. He wishes for the deliverance of his race, and we beg you to remove his grief. This king of the Nagas has always been our friend and helpmate. Devadeva, be kind to him. Assuage the fever in his heart. What the fuck is assuage? I don't know what is that word, sorry. Brahma replied, Devas, let Vasuki do as Elapatra told him. The time has come, and only those that are evil shall die, not the good. Haratkaru has been born, and the Brahmana sits in stern tapasya. At an auspicious time, Vasuki should give his sister to the Muni. Devas, Elapatra spoke the truth and nothing less. Vasuki, king of the Nagas, ordered his people, who were gathered there in great numbers, keep a close watch on the Rishi Haratkaru. As soon as he asks for a wife, come and tell me. The salvation of our people depends on it. Wow! Now, Canto 40, Astikaparva continued. Saunaka said, Son of Sutta, tell me why the brilliant Muni, whom you call Haratkaru, was so named in the world. Tell us the etymology of that name. Sati said, Hara means to waste, and Karu implies vastness. This rishi's body was once enormous, and he gradually wore it away with relentless penance. O Brahmanas, Vasuki's sister was called Haratkaru for the same reason. Saunaka, the virtuous, said with a smile, Yes, this is true. I have heard what you say before, but tell me how Astika was born. Holy fuck, my nose. And I have no more water. Shit. Sati replied from what he knew from the Shastras, after Vasuki commanded his Nagas to inform him the moment Rishi Haratkaru asked for a bride. Many days passed, but the sage continued his tapasya. His seed retained within his body in brahmacharya. He wandered the earth without fear and showed no sign that he wanted to take a wife. Later, O Brahmana, a king named Parikshit was born into the race of the Kurus. Like his great-grandsire Pandu, he was mighty armed, the greatest bowman of his time, and he was fond of the hunt. The hunt. It has been a long time since my last neuron activation, sorry. He ranged the jungles at will, hunting deer, boar, wolf, wild buffalo, and many other beasts as well. One day he shot a deer with an arrow, and that creature ran from him, which no deer had ever done before. He chased it deep into the forest, even as Rudra once pursued the deer Yagna through the skies, bow in hand. This deer plunged deeper and deeper into the forest, and the king after it. Exhausted and thirsty, Parikshit broke into a clearing and saw an emaciated rishi who sat drinking the froth from the milk that some calves sucked from their mother's teats. Running up to the Muni and raising his bow, the tired and hungry king demanded, Brahmana, I am Parikshit, son of Abhimanyu, and king of the Kurus. I shot a deer with my arrow and it escaped me. Have you seen the animal? But the Muni had sworn a Mahabharata, a vow of silence, and did not reply. The king saw a dead snake lying nearby. In anger, he picked up the carcass with the end of his bow and dropped it across the silent Muni's shoulders. The sage made no protest and still spoke no word, good or bad. Parikshit's anger left him. He was full of remorse. He turned back to his capital, while the Muni sat on in Dhyana. The sage knew that Parikshit was a tiger amongst kings and a sovereign of Dharma. Though he had been insulted, the Muni forgave the king and did not curse him. The Parikshit of the race of Mahabharata did not know that the one he had insulted was a rishi, otherwise he would never have behaved as he did. That rishi had a son called Sringing, a yacht gift with great tejas of solemn vows and profound penance. but easily angered and difficult to appease. He invariably sought to work for the good of all creatures, and often sat wrapped before his guru, Indiana, and worship. At his guru's word, he was on his way home when, oh, Bra- Brahmana, Brahmanottama, a friend of his, another sage son called Krisa, told him what had happened to his father while he was away, how Parikshit had dropped the dead snake around his neck. Saringin blazed up in anger, smoking like poison. Krisa said laughing, "Be not proud ever again, Saringin. True, you are a Muni and have great dehas. Your father wears a dead snake round his neck. Dare not speak haughtily to us true Rishi sons ever again. You have lost your manhood today when you see your father with a dead snake around him, and can do nothing about it. Ah, but your father has done nothing to deserve such humiliation, and that saddens me most of all, even as if I myself have been punished for some crime I did not commit." Yeah, yeah. Canto 41, Astikaparva continued. Soti said, "Mighty Sringering eyes born in Nurat." He asked Teresa in a soft, dangerous voice, "How does my father wear a dead snake today?" Krisa replied, "King Parikshit wrapped the snake round your father's neck." Sering asked, "What wrong did my father do to that evil king?" "Krisa, answer me this, and I will show you the power of my Tapasya Shakti." Krisa said, "The son of Abhimanyu was out hunting and wounded a stag with his arrow. The creature escaped him, and he chased it through the forest and came upon your father sitting in Diana. The excited and tired king demanded to know if your father had seen the wounded deer. Your father had taken a Mahabharata and did not reply. Hungry, thirsty, and tired, Parikshit repeatedly asked your father the same question, and he got no reply. In anger, the king picked up the snake's carcass with the tip of his bow and wrapped it around your meditating sire's shoulders, singing, 'Your father has yet to stir from his dhyana, and Parikshit has returned to his capital Hastinapura, city of elephants.' Saringin's eyes turned red, and in the grip of fury, the Rishi's son touched some holy water and cursed Parikshit. 'In 7 night times, the serpent Takshaka will take the sinner Parikshit, who dares defile a Brahmana with a snake's carcass, to the land of Yama.' When he had cursed the king, Saringin went home and saw his father sitting in Diana, the snake still around him. Sringin's anger and grief flared up again. He sobbed and said, 'I have cursed the wretched Kuru king for what he dared do to you, and in 7 days Takshaka's bite will take him to the land of the dead.' But his father said, 'My son, I am not pleased with you. Rishis should never give in to anger. We live in that great king's country. He protects us with his dharma. We should forgive him any transgression. If you break dharma, my child, I say to you, dharma will break you. If the king did not protect us, we could never pursue our spiritual lives in peace and safety, and find the great punya that we do. He deserves a portion of our punya. Parikshit protects his subjects even as his great-grandsire did, and he should be forgiven anything he does. The Raharishi was tired and hungry, and he did not know about my vow of silence. My son, a country without a king is plagued with all kinds of evil and disasters. The king punishes criminals, and the fear of punishment creates peace. In peace, the people pursue their svadharma, their natural duty, undisturbed, just as we do our spiritual lives and perform our sacred rites. The king establishes dharma, he brings swarga to Bhumi, he protects yagnas from being desecrated or disturbed, and this pleases the devas. They send down timely rains, which grow grains and herbs, which nourish and preserve men. Manu says that a sovereign Kshatriya, ruler of the destinies of men, is equal to the Brahmanas who know the Veda. Parikshit did what he did because of exhaustion, hunger, and ignorance of my vow. Oh, why have you cursed that great one in rash childness, my son? In no way does the king deserve a curse from us. Oh wow, sorry. I didn't show chat before, so just in case. There it is. Now let me let me before anything else check how much else or well how long is the Canto 42, because if it is too long we might not do it. No, okay, we're doing it without any problem. Yeah. Potato sounds, potato sounds. But well, I mean, I could create another redeem like 10k redeem where I make real potato sex sounds, you know. But we do not want that, do we? Uh, Canto 42. Astigaparra continued. Sati said, Seringin said to his father, whether I have been rash or childish, my father, whether you like it or not, whether what I have done is dharma or adharma, my course shall not be proved vain, for I have never lied in my life, not even in jest. His father Samika said, my son, I know that you have great power and you are truthful. I know your course will be fulfilled. Yet, even a grown son must always seek his father's advice, so the good son might find great fame. You are just a boy, how much more you need wise counsel. You are always at Tabasia, but the wrath of even the illumined, who own the six lofty qualities, only grows. You do certainly keep your vows and observe Dharma, but you are young, still rash and prone to anger, and I know that I must counsel you. You live eating the fruits and roots of the forest, and it is your nature to do so. You must not murder the bungia that accrues from your asceticism, but kill this dreadful anger instead. You acquire your merit with great pain and effort. Anger robs you of so much virtue. Those who lose their pungia cannot find calm, and only calm bestows success on the long labors of riches. You must conquer your passions, especially your anger. You must never become you must become forgiving. With forgiveness, a man gains worlds that even Brahma cannot have. I live the way of peace, and I must do whatever good I can. I must send word to the king and tell him that my son, a callow youth of undeveloped intellect, has cursed him in anger at seeing what Parikshit did to me. That Mara, that Maharishi sent his disciple Gaurmukha of gentle manners and deep tapasya to Hastinapura, telling him that he must first inquire formally and politely after the king's health and well-being, and only then deliver his dreadful message. Soon Garmukha came to the city and the palace of the monarch of, of the Kurvamsa. He first sent word of his arrival to Parikshit through a palace guard at the gate. When he entered the king's sabha, Parikshit duly honored the Biha. When he had refreshed himself after his journey, that Brahmana delivered his terrible message exactly as his guru Samika had instructed him to, in the presence of all the king's ministers. Garmukha said, Radhiraja, king of kings, in your kingdom there lives a rishi called Samika, virtuous of souls, his passions controlled, peaceful and given to stern penance, O tiger among men. While the rishi kept a Mahabharata, you wrapped a dead snake around his neck with the tip of your bow. Samika himself forgave what you did, but not his son. Rahadhiraja. His son cursed you without his father's knowledge, that within 7 nights the Naga Takshaka will kill you. Samika repeatedly asked his son to save your life, but alas, there is no one who can undo the boy's ringing curse. Ringing still remains enraged, O king, which is why Samika has sent me to you for your welfare. The Guru Raharishi heard the savage message and remembered his own angry sin. He became dejected and remorseful, especially when he heard that the Maharishi Samika had sworn a vow of silence. Parikshit felt doubly contrite when he realized how kindly and forgiving Samika was, that he had sent Gaurmukha to warn him about the curse. The king, who looked like a deva, did not grieve as much for his impending death as he did for what he had done to the Rishi Samika. He sent Karmukha back, saying, "Let Samika Muni bless me." When the messenger left, anxiety struck Parikshit like an arrow. He consulted his ministers and decided to immediately erect a mansion in the air, supported upon a single smooth column. Night and day it will be physicians. No, night and day it will be closely guarded. All around it and within, too, there will be the finest physicians with the most potent herbs, and brahmanas that were experts in the mantras of healing. Protected on every side, the king, surrounded by his ministers, discharged his dharma from that mansion. No one could approach him. Why? They say the very air could not become near Parikshit. When the seventh day arrived, Rishi Kashyapa was on his way to Parikshit to cure him after Takshaka inevitably struck, for the knowing Brahmana had heard all about the curse. The Prajapati thought, "I will cure the king after he has been beaten, and I shall gain punya by what I do, and wealth also." Holy fuck, what? That is not a... what? That is not a... That is not a good idea, dear Kashyapa. Kashyapa, my friend. Anyways, we'll see. Wait, this is this the final? No, this. Okay. We're doing this. We're finishing this page, and after finishing this page, we are really ending it for today. Cut to 43. Astikaparva continued. Sati said. Takshaka said, "If what you say is true, let me see you revive this people tree after I bite it. Brahmanashrestha, I will show you the power of my venom. You show me the potency of your mantras." Kashyapa replied, "Bite the people then, O king of serpents, and I will bring it back to life." Takshaka bit the tree, and his venom reduced the people to ashes. Takshaka said to Kashyapa, "First among Brahmanas, let me see you bring the Lord of the Forest back to life." Kashyapa gathered the ashes in his hands and said, "By the power of my mantras, I will revive the Rodha before your eyes." Chanting arcane incantations over the ashes, Kashyapa first sprouted a iron shoot from the ashes. Two leaves grew from the sprout. He set these down and continued to chant. In no time, a full-grown trunk appeared, branches, leaves, and all, and the people, Lord of the Forest, stood there exactly as before. Takshaka breathed, "A miracle! O Mahamuni, whose wealth is your tapasya! What other wealth do you desire that you go to cure the king? Difficult as it might prove, I will give you whatever you are after. Besides, remember that because the king has been cursed by a rishi to die of my bite, his lifespan has been shortened. O Kashyapa, your fame and honor pervade the three worlds. If you fail to restore Parikshit to life after I sting him, your fame will vanish like the splendor of the sun during an eclipse." Kashyapa said, "I am going for gold. If you give me the gold I seek, O Naga, I will not go to Parikshit for it." Takshaka said, "The Bihotama, I will give you more gold than you expect for the king, so do not go to Hastinapura." Kashyapa, best of Brahmanas, sat down for a moment and was plunged in dhyana. He meditated upon Parikshit and saw in his mystic heart that the lifetime of the Pandava monarch was indeed exhausted. He asked Takshaka for a great deal of gold, and the serpent gave it to him. Taking the gold, Kashyapa turned back. Now Takshaka flashed on towards Hastinapura. On his way, he heard how Parikshit was living in a mansion in the earth, protected by potent mantras and yantras that render snake venom ineffective, and by rare herbs and other specifics for curing snake bite. The snake thought, "I must use some deception to approach the king. What shall I do?" Takshaka sent some of his snakes disguised as rishis to Parikshit. They brought gifts of fruit, kusa grass, and holy water. Takshaka said to these, "Go to the king calmly, just as if you only want to give him the flowers, fruit, and holy water. Show no anxiety or impatience." Mm, no, I don't know it. I don't. Already, I do not remember from where did I download it, but I have the file on downloaded just in case. Why? Why do you ask, Bunkum? If you were so gracious as to tell me why. Yeah. Continuing for. Okay, here. The snakes did as they were told. They brought those offerings to Parikshit, and he accepted the fruit, the grass, and the water. Then he said to them, "Now leave me." When the snakes disguised as rishis had left, Parikshit said to some ministers and friends that were with him, "Come, eat this excellent fruit that the rishis brought." Indeed, fate impelled the king and his companions to eat those fruits. Fate made the king select for himself the fruit in which Takshaka had hidden himself. As the king bit into the fruit, oh Saunaka, an ugly worm appeared from it, its eyes glittering black with coppery slits. Eh, it is okay, don't worry. I thought you had a better version, because this one has like, so far I think we have seen like 20 different misspellings and errors like that. But anyways, continuing. Thank you for your question, Bunkum. The king saw the worm and laughed. Great Parikshit said, "The sun is setting on this seventh day, and I need not fear poison anymore. Takshaka had not come. Let this worm become the serpent king and bite me so the words of the rishis are not proved false." His time had come, and his minister laughed with him, smiling. Parikshit put the tiny worm on his neck. In a flash, the worm turned into a gigantic Takshaka, eyes blazing, and wrapped his gargantuan coils around the king's neck. With a roar, Takshaka beat that Kshatriya. Holy fuck. And with this, we're ending it. Beautiful. Literally, you get what you ask for. That is the whole reflection of today. No. In reality, it was a lot more profound than just that. There was a lot of, so to speak, love in the messages, and it was really beautiful. Yeah. It was really incredible, man. The whole story was really great. I find it. There was a lot of content to take from, and very amazing. Mostly the part of the Brahman who was talking to his Brahman son. No, well, I mean Nagas are not only bad but also kind of weird, you know. They are really in some senses even kind of unnecessarily bad, so to speak, because they don't have any reason at all to really try and kill anybody as they do. But even with that, as they said, they literally enjoy the act of they do some trolling basically. Literally, they go and bite others for the sake of seeing how they will react and for the enjoyment that the pain they inflict on others bring to them. It is horrible how the Nagas act, but we're slowly approaching the end of the Nagas, so I hope it finishes soonly enough. Now, do we have enough people to do a little bit of a raid? Okay, we have two guys. Thank you as always for coming. We shall. Why don't we do a mana song raid? I think I haven't done one. Okay, mana song. Let me copy this. At this in October. In November. At least in November. Not mana song. What? Yes. Test stream. Nothing is going to happen. Fuck. LMAO. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Yes, I got kind of trolled. Okay, do not worry, my dear Tir. Oh, wait, Tir. I love you, my brother. I understand that you're sleepy. Can you give me a second? Can we do the raid and after that you leave? I want to do the raid, please. Do not be bad. Okay, I found it. We're going to raid Albert. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, dear. Right now, take this. We're writing in so that you can go and sleep. Thank you for being here. Thank you, dear. Thank you, Bunkum. Thank you, lurkers. Thank you, everybody who also decided to watch the war. Those who were here and didn't have the possibility of staying. Fuck. You're trolling me. I cannot click right now because because you fuck. No, thank you for being here. Fuck! I can't hit. Ah! Okay, there it is. Okay, it got delayed a little bit more. Now, thank you for staying. Right.